Hello, hi, welcome. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. Busy time of year. I know it's summertime, but it's actually really cold and wet and rainy today, so I'm wearing my winter woolies again, which is nuts. Good morning, hello. Nice to see you. So here we are on Friday 14th of December. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. I've done a lot of things since I saw you last. So I've got a few things to show you and tell you about. Yay! So what have I done since I saw you? So last time I saw you, I was heading to Hastings to go and do a workshop with Julie at Little Woolly, which I did, and it was awesome. Yeah, I had lots of fun. We did a workshop in the morning, and then I stayed for the afternoon, caught up with some lovely people. Sam, Julianne, hello, Karen, lots of people. It was lovely just to sit and play. And Julie has such a lovely shop. It was so good to actually see it. And I bought some things, of course. So let me tell you. Good morning. So the first thing I bought was, this is Cascade Ultra Pima Cotton. Hello. And this is a deeper turquoise colour. I'm not sure what the exact colour is called, but the number is 3774. So it's just slightly darker than my usual turquoise that I use. I just wanted to have some for play. No more reason. And I did make something with it. I'll show you in a minute. And then I also bought some, I'm just getting it all out. Whoops. Try and get it in the right order. Hello, way, morning. Some Moya cotton in my colours. Close to my colours, not quite as deep and vibrant, but still working. So this is the Moya 100% cotton. It's 8 ply-ish. It's 50 metres, 50 grams, 135 metres. This is cobalt, and it's so let me read the label for you. Moya yarns are hand dyed and should be washed separately, as there might be slight residual surface dye. Machine washable, dry flat, do not bleach. Made in South Africa. Moya yarns. So I used this, I tested this in my cotton yarn test, and it's a really lovely cotton. I really like using it. I just wanted to have in a sample in my range so I can make some stuff, a couple of squares, and show that you can use different cottons and still get a very similar result. So yeah, I will be using those shortly to make some squares. And also I needed some more of the aqua and the Cascade yarn. So I bought some more of that because Julie is where I get all of my Cascade from. What else did I buy? This is also Cascade cotton. I bought this little Christmassy pack with the intention of making something, and I did. I didn't use very much of this in the end, but it was still good to have a little bits of extra colours because really these are the only colours I have, my blues. So it was good to get that as well. And what else did I get? I also bought, whoops, sorry, I'm caught up in my microphone. This lovely little necklace that Julie made. Yes, I could have made one by myself. Was I ever going to do it? No. So when I saw that she had a couple of these for sale, I bought one. I do love myself like a nice long necklace, and it's crochet, so even better. So I can't take it off because of my ear thing. But lots of little beads with little, yeah, almost like little Christmas lights. So yay. Very happy with that. Nice to treat yourself every now and then, isn't it? Hello. So what else did I do? So the reason why I took an extra week off is we also travelled to Tasmania. Went to Tasmania for a couple of days on the Spirit of Tasmania. So we, drive the car on, ferry across overnight, and then picked up one of our children from uni. She's coming home for a gap year, or she has come home now for a gap year, so it's nice to have her back in the house. Yes, so I think it's pretty frosty here at the moment, even though it's summer. Anne. Yes, so but that was great. So we got to see my older daughter, all that sort of stuff, spend some time as a whole family together. But the ferry ride over, we had 4-metre swells. So, hello. I'm doing these cruises next year, and in the back of my mind I've had this little slight worry, what if I'm seasick? But I handled the 4-metre swell, no worries at all. it was, yeah, I didn't feel sick at all. So I'm glad. I'm feeling much more confident about going on a 10-day cruise now. Anyway, it's all good. The ride back there was flat as a tack, so we barely even knew you were on a boat. So that was fun. I have sent my newsletter, and I can actually show you this now. I posted my review of Rochelle Carmona's book, The Art of Crochet Blankets, and at the time I did the review I only had the digital copy, but in the mail just last week I got the real copy. Hooray! So I can show you a bit more about it now. It feels very much like my book, kind of, a bit different. So 18 projects inspired by modern makers. It's a very colourful book, lots of fun things. So there's a section, there's weaving, digital art, fabric design, paper cutting, cement tile and quilting are all the art areas that have inspired all the crochet blankets in here. So let me just show you. So this is Marianne Moody, who I actually saw at a conference not that long ago speaking. She's a weaver, and there's some blankets design inspired by her weaving. That's one. I like this one too. This is really cool. Crochet blanket there. Sorry, it's hard to see. You can put it in front of my face. Yeah, so you can see here sun and sky. You can see the weaving on this side and the blanket that was inspired by it on that side. So it's quite cool. Hello. There's lots of you watching this morning. It's lovely. Nice to see you. So in the book you've got things like colour charts and lots of help in here. That was a corner-to-corner blanket. Hello. Digital art. Francisco Vale. Hello. He creates a lot of, he's the digital art created, and he's the blanket inspired by it. So that's very cool, called Graffiti. There's charts for some of the patterns, and this is one of the ones that has charts. A couple of those. Oops, sorry, I skipped one. Skipped a couple. So this is another digital art piece here, and here's the blanket inspired by it. And this is a kind of join as you go kind of blanket. There's charts and colour charts and everything. Fabric design. April Rhodes is the artist. There she is. Hello. And I love this one. So this is the fabric there, and this is the blanket design inspired by it. So it's very cool. I love that one. Boho Desert. Lots of charts and things. Abstract blocks. Sorry, I'm trying not to show you every single thing in here. I just wanted to find the one that I started. So paper cutting is another artist, Maud Van Tours. And I made some of these. Did I bring them? Yes, I did. I made some of these flowers from this pattern, just to test out the patterns, make sure they all work okay, and they do. So this one has chart, and charts for colour sequences. There are so many beautiful patterns and so little time. You are so right. I love this one. This is cool. So this is the paper cutting art, and this is the blanket. So it's like solid, but then it's got waves at one end. So it stripes to waves. It's pretty cool. Layered waves, that one's called. Trying to find cement tile. So there's a cement tile artist, and here's one Moroccan tile. You can tell that that one would be something that I would like. This one I love. So they're the tiles, and here's the blanket that has been inspired by it. I really love that one. Very cool. So yeah, and again another one with a charts, and quilting. Chula Pink. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Chula Pink, who designs some pretty amazing fabrics and quilts. I love this one. So there's this one of her quilts that she's made, and here is a very cool blanket. I love that one. ombre stripe. Never go wrong with ombre. Yeah, so, and then sorry, I should have been more prepared. At the back, we've got some abbreviations, glossary, conversion chart, metric conversion, some acknowledgements, and this picture of Rochelle. Yay! So yeah, really cool book. If you want to have a read of my review of it, it's up on the blog, and I'll put a link to it down below later. So it's nice to actually have the real thing in my hands. Yeah, lovely. I've got, yeah, so many crochet books now. It's really cool. All right, what else? Since I saw you last, I think I showed you this last time, that this free pattern is now out called Dahlia Delight. Let me show it to you the right way around. So there's a multicoloured version in greys in 8 ply or DK, and here's a single colour version in 10 ply. So lots of texture, fairly solid, but free pattern, and it's up on my blog now, and I will put a link in the notes later. So it's part of the Friends Around the World Cal, or the Cal Crochet Along Facebook group, which has got like 50,000 people in it. So there's lots of them, lots of these squares appearing now. It's also on Ravelry, if that's where you'd like, but I'll put a link to all of that later. So yay, fun. Okay, book. Granny Square Flare, UK, US terms available. I've no more workshops for this year, which is great. I mean, I love doing them, but it's nice to actually have a break and stay home. Not that we're staying home, going travelling again, but lost my words. It'll all kick off early again next year for the Hand Knitters Guild of Victoria. Just this week they've announced their summer school classes, and I'm doing 3 classes over 2 days, 7th and 8th of January. So if you have to email the Knitters Guild. I'll put a link to the email later to find out all the details for the classes. But I think they will fill up fast. So if you're wanting to come along into Melbourne, in the city of Melbourne, in early January to have some fun, that will be cool. I'm also going to be doing some at Patch and Quilt in Gisborne in April. The Crumbs weekend in April as well. All the workshops are sold out, I believe, but I think there's a dinner on that you can come along. We can all have dinner. I think there's a couple of spaces left at the table there if you want to do that. And also hopefully another one at Little Woolly, also in April. So yay. The Yarn Trader in Adelaide workshops are sold out in February. And I think that's all I have organised at the moment. There are going to be some more, but we're still working out details. So lots more workshops to come. Yay. All right. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of some of these things on my lap. Aha, the blanket behind me. Mandy has just said hello, Mandy. Love the blanket behind me. That's what I'm going to talk about next. So this is my Beneath the Surface blanket. It has 3 different small squares and 1 large square, and I'm trying to get out without being hooked on too many things. It's a huge blanket, so there's a large square in the middle. So this is my next crochet along project, and it starts on the 7th of January. I've just sent an email out this morning to everybody who's signed up to the list. And you can actually pre-order the whole pattern. The cal is free, and you get everything free on the blog and in emails, but if you want the whole pattern up front early, it includes charts, you can get that now. I'll put a link to all the info later on. And I've just this morning announced there's going to be a little prize. So one of these cute little crochet pins from Jodie Rickrack, or pinpoints. If you are signed up to get the cal emails in the last week of the cal, I'm going to randomly draw a winner and send this to somebody, no matter where you are in the world. So yay. Yes, so if you want to let me tell you a bit more about this blanket. It's very easy to do. It's aimed at adventurous beginners, so if you know how to do a granny square, you've got the skills to do this. And I've got videos for everything. You'll be able to watch how to make every single stitch of the blanket. And there's lots of support, lots of round by round photos, and lots of help along the way. So if you're wanting to advance your skills a little bit, go for it. But there really are only the most basic stitches used, and you will be fine. Trust me, it'll be cool. And I think I made it with Bendigo Wool and Mills cotton, and I do believe that it's still on sale, cheaper. I think you got about $3 a ball off. So yay. What else? So I'm almost all the behind the scenes stuff is almost ready. The PDFs are done for the free part of the calendar. Just working on the shop PDF now, and the ebooks for Kindle and Kobo, all that kind of stuff. So that's happening too. Yay. Right. So that's enough about that. Right, what did I do? So for crochet fun this week, so that colour I showed you, the new Cascade colour for me, when I was at Julie Little Woolly, I saw that little kit here, like different colours. And I thought I'll make a little one of her bunnies for Christmas for my little nephew, so I did. So here he is, little crochet bunny. So Julie Little Woolly has this pattern. She's come up with this pattern, which is so cute. Little rabbit in a little stripy jumper. And I'll put a link down below to that later as well. It's super easy. Cute little amigurumi rabbit. So I'll be looking forward to giving that to my nephew at Christmas. Super fun. What else? Oh, for fun. Well, last time I showed you I was working with the Bendigo Wool and Mills cotton to remake my Sirens Atlas patterns. And I can't remember how many I had done last time. But this is some of the ones that I've done. So I think there's, I don't know, 18 or so here, but I have some more to show you in a minute. So yay, I'm having so much fun going back over my Sirens Atlas patterns and reworking them again. I'm not going to show you them all, but the colours working out so well for all of them. I'm really happy. So yay! So that's been fun. That's what I've been doing when I'm sitting down having a break. I'm crocheting square to Sirens Atlas. In the mail, if everyone's been to a workshop with me, you would have seen me carrying around this little pouch, little zipper pouch, and that I got, I don't know, from Etsy, I think, years ago, and it was what I was keeping my crochet hooks with. But it was like jam packed, and I could barely get the zip done up. So I was online recently, thank you, purchasing, I've got this little desk calendar that I get every year. It's a letterpress made, cute little artist in Queensland, Jo Olive, who does it. And thank you. She also prints fabric and does a lot of artwork, and she's made up these little zipper pouches. And when I was ordering my calendar, I saw these zipper pouches in her store, and I bought one. So this is what she calls a large clutch. So it's intended as like a handbag thing. So all of these panels are linen and cotton, and they're all printed in all different methods. There's block printing, canotype printing, all different things, hand painted. And it's just so me. I just love it so much. So now, all of my crochet hooks are in here. This is a kangaroo leather clutch. Zipper pull too. So they all fit with plenty of room. I could fit lots more in there now. Now, I've got heaps of crochet hooks, and I buy new ones all the time. I buy them because they're pretty. I don't buy them because I use them. I don't think I've ever used this to crochet or anything except for when I did a crochet hook test. But it's pretty. It's like a wand. Whenever I go somewhere, like I think I picked this one up at a market. It's a double-ended apple tree branch knobbly crochet hook. Never used it. Probably never will, but it's a pretty thing. Hand-turned hooks from, these ones are from the Goyen family. I tested these ages ago. They're beautiful hooks, lovely and soft. But I do use these hand-turned wooden ones, but I tend to use them the larger, when you get to the larger scale. I've got heaps. I've got all these little tiny, teeny ones. I've got one of these horrible things. I know some people really like these, but I really don't like this. It looks like a toothbrush. But anyway, I've got one. all sorts of things in here. There's another, I think I bought this in Sydney, another branch, hand carved hook. This one here is again by the Goyens. It's a turned handle, and they've inserted a hook because it's a smaller hook. It's a 4mm. It's really hard to get good tips on a turned hook at smaller sizes. That's why I've done that. And I've got plastic ones and huge ones. And yeah, lots and lots. But honestly, I barely use any of these. I do sometimes. I do use this one, amigurumi sometimes. Yes, but it's nice to have a nice big pouch to put them all in. And there's room for plenty more. Look, it's probably, I could probably fit another 30 in there, 20 or 30 in there. I'll add to my collection as time goes by. All right, so that's about it. Oh no, something else I have to show you, which is super cool, is I'm very, very lucky because when I was at Little Woolly, Sam, my crochet angel, gave me a present. She's making project bags, and I now have a lovely project bag. So it's got pockets on the outside, drawstring, oops, lovely lined fabric, my pop of red in the center with more pockets that I love. So it's pockets on one side, lovely lined fabric, but this holds so much. I had 4 Bendigo Woolen Mills balls in there, so 200-gram balls, and there was still room for more. So this is perfect. Sorry, I've got this bit of fluff on there. Perfect for my larger projects. I'm actually going to keep my Sirens Atlas, keeping my Sirens Atlas yarn in there at the moment and things. So thank you, Sam. And Sam is making each bag unique, so no 2 bags will be the same. Everyone is different in some way, and she's made some really, really cute ones. But I'm really happy with mine. Thank you, Sam. So Sam is the Littlest Stitch on Facebook, Instagram. So if you like what you see there, contact Sam. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Sam. Yes, anyway, so thank you. All right, what else? Okay, questions that I've had this week. If you have any questions about crochet in general or anything that I've done, just pop a question up now. But I've had a few in the mail, in email and stuff, so I'll just go through those. Now, one that's come up quite a lot is blocking, about blocking and how do I do it. I've got stuff all over my blog and everything. You're welcome, Sam. But I wanted to show you my actual blocking board and what's some stuff actually blocking. So this giant thing, one of these foam mats that you can get camping stores, like they're intended as flooring, temporary flooring. And I bought a couple of packets of 4, I think, from Kmart, about $10 or something, that I use when I'm blocking blankets and things. But this is my one when I'm blocking squares, because I tend to block my squares as well as blocking blankets at the end. So with this one, I have ruled up a grid on it in inches, because I grew up metric, but I work in inches with crochet. It's a bit quicker. It's a bit quicker to count 6 inches instead of 15 centimeters. And I didn't want to rule centimeters. I figured. So I just ruled as many boxes as I could. I think I've got about 22 inches, 22 squares. So what I do is I pin my squares out. Sometimes you just need, it depends on the square, on the pattern. You might just need 1 in each corner. I always start in the corners and then I pin along the sides. Sometimes you just need an extra one near the corner. The more solid the square, generally, the less you need. Like this one here, I've only got a couple in each corner. The lacier the square, so it's hard for me to see, the more you tend to need. So what I've done is I've pinned them out. I haven't pushed the pins all the way in. You can see the pins are sticking up. And then what I do is I get my iron really, really hot on steam and I just hover it over the squares. I might squirt it and then let them dry. Like these are dry. They dry really, really quickly. And take them out. So I've got one of my pin cushions. My name is Spin Cushions everywhere because I used to make felt pin cushions. This is one that I hand embroidered I love it. I was always really glad that this one never sold at markets or anything, so I get to keep it. Anyway, I'm going to take one of these off and show you. So just bear with me for a second. Just take out the pins. And there we go. Nice square block. So that's it. That's all there is to it. It's nothing complicated. Just do what makes you happy. So I just had a big ruler, marked off my points, ruled it up. You can buy blocking boards like this that are already ruled up, but they're really expensive. So yeah, you don't need to. Anyway, that's it. That's by blocking. That's what I do. And it's the same thing when I do blankets. Just join up all of those things, start in the corner, work your way out. And I tend just to block the edges just with steam again. You can wet block. You can, you know, wash your things according to your yarn instructions and then pin them out to dry. It just takes too long to dry. I'm a bit impatient. And with cotton, that's not really necessary. Like with steam blocking, this quick steam blocking is all that they really need. So yeah, that's that. All right, other questions that I have had. If you have purchased a pattern from my pattern store and you know your computer dies or whatever and you can't find it again, just email me and I can resend the email that has the download link in it to you. Not a problem at all. Easy done. If you purchase a pattern or downloaded a free pattern from my store and you can't open it, make sure that you're trying to open it in an PDF reading a bit for a program. They won't open in Word. I had someone who emailing me who was trying to open and couldn't open a program, but when they sent me a screenshot, they were trying to open it in Word. PDFs won't open in Word. You need a PDF reader. So they're all free. Your device will usually come with a PDF reader. You can download Adobe Acrobat for free. Just make sure you untick all the extra add-ons you get downloaded as well. Yeah, so you make sure you've got the right program to read and you'll be all good. UK, US terms. Which one should you choose? I've had that question a few times lately. I think a lot of people are buying my book for family members and not by crochet people themselves. So they're not sure which ones to buy for their relatives or friends. So basically the general rule in Australia, if you learnt as a child from your mother or grandmother, you most likely learnt UK terminology. That's what we tend to use in Australia. About 30% UK, US it is, I find. But that's changing because a lot of people are teaching themselves these days from YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you're more likely to pick up US terms. So you've just got to be careful. You just have to be aware what kind of pattern you're using and what terminology YouTube videos you're looking at, because that's how I got caught out at the start. I was looking at a UK pattern and the videos I was looking at were US terms and things didn't match up. So, but generally that's it. So another way to tell is if you look at it, if you know a pattern, if you know what a single crochet is, then it's US, because we don't have single crochet in UK terms. A single crochet in UK terms is actually called a double crochet, which is something else in US terms. So if you know what a SC is, single crochet, you know US terms. That's basically it. Does anybody else have any questions at all about anything? If not, I'll probably start wrapping up. I think I'll do one more Facebook Live this year. I'll do one next Friday and then won't do another one until the new year. Yeah, I think that's probably all I have to say. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's been lovely to see you after a bit of a break. I hope you're all enjoying the lead up to Christmas. If you celebrate, if you don't, hope you're having fun. And I will see you next week. Thanks for popping by. Yay. See you later. Bye.